Key. Why do I end up dating narcissists? This is a real issue for many empaths. You may think that you've met somebody else, maybe you've done some self-help reading or even had therapy, yet once again, you seem to draw similar types to you. And if, like me, you've had a tendency to draw narcissistic individuals to you, this video is definitely for you. It's your girl, Keeley, psychotherapist who's passionate about helping empaths to understand the dynamics between them and narcissistic individuals. So firstly, this is linked to your attachment patterns. And if you want to understand and break unhelpful cycles, it's going to benefit you to develop an awareness around your attachment style. And if you're interested, this is also an item that comes up on my Empath Self-Protection course. It's where we look at your attachment style. I'm okay, you're not okay, or you're not okay, you're not okay. The chart beautifully outlines, really simplistically, your attachment style and how this will impact on your intimate relationships. Secondly, narcissists attract empaths, and empaths, we need to admit to ourselves that we can attract unnecessarily difficult people to us. Why? Because we can be understanding, considerate, we can be selfless, we can put others first, we can see the best in people and explain away the worst. All of our caring, kind qualities can amalgamate together to make the perfect storm. And this is why we must learn to be our own best friend. It's actually our selflessness that causes us problems when we are interacting with people who are selfish. So we give more, and if we are looking for their validation, then we can end up becoming trapped in a vicious cycle. Lastly, if you keep attracting narcissistic individuals, then it's probably likely you need to start to think about doing some inner child work. You know, your wounded inner child is often functioning unconsciously, and it can be the reason why we end up going for similar types again and again and again. And for many individuals, what is wrong with taking time out? Some of us are going from relationship mayhem to relationship mayhem. Sometimes we need to be with ourselves, to take time out, to build one of the most important relationships, which is with ourselves. Often, empaths, we may have, as lots of people do, unresolved love issues. And we want those issues to be resolved in our intimate relationships. My people, I'm telling you, sometimes the baggage is just too much, and expecting that one person will love us and complete us, Jerry Maguire, is never, ever going to happen. Therefore, it may benefit you to take time out to do some self-insight work, self-awareness work, in order for you to become crystal clear. I've got a last bonus for you in terms of why you also attract narcissists. And this one may not sit right with you, but the reality is some of us are drawn to mayhem. We're drawn to difficulty. We're drawn to people that we think we can change. And if that's the case, you need to become conscious of that, because often it may mean there's things in your own life that you are not addressing. Therefore, it's easier for you to pick up some demolition project and try to revamp something, change someone, because it actually enables you to not have to do the work on yourself. But as you realize, if you go from one bozo to the other bozo, and in the long run, your psychological well-being, your mental health begins to deteriorate, then I think it's time to stop and take a look at you. For many empathic people who get embroiled in narcissistic abusive relationships, they can often get stuck at the stage of blaming the other person, blaming the narcissist. And whilst narcissistic individuals can be particularly unnecessarily difficult, we as empathic people who draw these people to us need to be very conscious about what it is that we do. In addition, for some of us, we like a challenge. Like I said, we like that demolition project. But what also happens is we don't give someone time who's nice and considerate. Those are the people that actually make us feel uncomfortable. And this is especially true if you've not had safe, consistent parenting around you. What will result is you will end up unconsciously rejecting someone who potentially could give you what you want. But because you're not comfortable getting what you want, you'll find all manner of ways to reject someone who has the potential to offer you safe, consistent love. If you as an empath have been brought up in an unsafe and an inconsistent home environment, then it's highly likely you will unconsciously be attuned to someone who is able to replicate a familiar pain. And so if you want to break that cycle, if you want to stop having these one-way relationships that are all exhausting and all encompassing, then the secret is to begin to firstly is to work on yourself. But in due course, we're not rushing love here, is we begin to give people space and time who before we would have discriminated against, that they were boring, they were dry, they just didn't have any je ne sais pas quoi. Well, actually, it may be those very same individuals that you reject that potentially can give your love life a total revolution. I hope this video makes sense to you, and if you've got any questions around why you perpetually attract narcissistic individuals, please do let me know, leave a comment below, or feel free to add, like if there's anything that I've missed that you think would be noteworthy, please feel free to put a comment below and I'll be happy to add that in, make a new video for you guys. It's your girl, Keeley, psychotherapist who's passionate about helping empaths to understand the unconscious dynamics between them and narcissistic individuals. Do take care of you, because if you don't, no one is coming to save you. You must learn to be your own best friend.